thanks very much for staying with us. We're staying with the non-stop live coverage from Varanasi on Gyanvapi ka such, as this is the last day of the survey that will be completed before the report is submitted in court tomorrow. Let's also listen into reactions coming in across before we go across to Amir for a quick live update.
ज्ञानव्यापी को लेकर, कहीं आगरा को लेकर, कहीं कृष्ण जन्मभूमि को लेकर, कहीं देश में अन्य अनेक स्थानों को लेकर, कहीं ताजमहल को लेकर, केवल भारत में नहीं विश्व में अन्य अनेक ऐसे स्थान हैं जहां दुनिया में ये चर्चा चली है इन स्थानों का सत्य क्या है। सब ये सत्य जानना चाहते हैं। इसलिए नहीं कोई द्वेष है, इसलिए नहीं कोई हिंसा है, इसलिए नहीं है कोई राजनीति है। सामान्य लोग ये चाहते हैं कि जितना सच और सही पता होगा देश उतना ठीक रास्ते पर जाएगा।
All right, let's take an update from Amir, who is joining us from the spot. Amir, what's the mood on ground? Because, while you've been there for the last few days, it looks like those who go inside for the prayers from the Muslim side, they refuse to speak. On the other hand, on ground as well, not many people speaking about what's happening there. Tight security in place for so many days. There is a lot of anticipation on what's expected.
Well, quite right, Pratibha. In fact, initially, around the time this order was passed by the local Varanasi court, the Jummah prayers that were held immediately after that, there was some slogan raising by people belonging to the Muslim community who had come to the Gyanvapi mosque to offer namaz. But the seniors from the community spoke to them, asked them to disperse. And ever since, there has been heightened sense of security there, at least outside gate number 4 of the Kashi Vishwanath temple, as well as the Gyanvapi mosque complex. And also after the mosque management committee clearly said in the court that they will cooperate with the administration, with the commission in the inquiry that they are conducting, in the survey that they are conducting on the complex. There seems to be a sense of acceptance among members of the community that this is a court-mandated procedure. This should be allowed, and therefore they have stopped raising any voice. Although the silence from the community is definitely discerning, because over the last few days we've tried to speak to their members multiple times, every time they are going in or coming out after offering namaz, but they've completely refused to speak to the media. Perhaps they've also been instructed inside the mosque not to speak to the media, not to answer their questions. On the other side, although we see that the Mandir side, the Hindu side is quite enthused with the findings of the survey, the initial findings over the last 2 days, and they say that a number of symbols have been found out, images have been found out, murals and other things have been found out, which actually buttress their claim as far as the temple there, the Vishweshwara temple is concerned. So therefore, both sides have their claims and counterclaims. Now everybody seems to be waiting for the court order on the 17th of May. Once this report is put forward before the Varanasi court for its perusal, it remains to be seen as to how the court responds further. Because remember, the last time around in April 2021, this very court had ordered an ASI survey on the Gyanvapi complex, against which the mosque committee had approached the High Court, and the High Court had put a stay on the entire issue. Now this is a second case which has come up with regard to the Shringar Gauri case, and now this survey and videography is happening.
As far as the survey is concerned, it has started, it has begun amid tight security that has now been put in place. What is being suggested that 90% of the work that has already been completed, it is in its last leg where the survey today will be completed. But Deshratan Nigam sir, if we talk about this special petition that has been filed, especially challenging what the Allahabad High Court has to say on this entire scenario, sir, because still it has not put any stay. That means allowing the work that has been ordered by the Varanasi Civil Court to continue with its survey and also to submit a report. Of course, the matter also being contested in the Supreme Court, but urgent listing has not been granted, sir.
Yes, certainly. If there had been any urgency, then I'm sure the court would have given the stay, because this videography, or the survey as we call it, does not change anything on the ground. It only, for posterity, creates a record what exactly is inside those, closed chambers and the basement. And those, and I'm sure because history that this place has clearly establishes that it was a temple which was destroyed by Aurangzeb. And nobody should have any doubt about it. And Muslims somehow, I think they have been told that it's a valid mosque and therefore you can pray under all Islamic laws or the Quran or the Hadith, whatever it is. It can never be a mosque if it is converted from any other religious temple or any other religious mosque. And secondly, if the temple has been destroyed and the mosque has been erected on top of it, even then it is not a mosque. Some of the people are using the concept
No, sir, but that
of
means changing the basic nature of the land, no, sir. Because if you're talking about such a thing, it is yet to be confirmed by the court till the time the survey submitted report is not submitted in court, sir. So very basic nature, doesn't it change of the land completely, sir?
No, not at all. In fact, the 4 petitions are only with respect to allowing the puja, in fact, for throughout the year, which now it is permitted for 1 day only. So how does it change? Whether you do it for 1 day or 5 days, nature cannot be changed. This is a limited question, and the other peripheral aspect which has been there, where Muslims have been denying that it's not a mosque, it's not a temple, and things like that. Videography will take care of it. For historical purposes also, it will establish in history also, in our lessons of history that will be taught in schools and colleges, that this was the temple which was destroyed by Aurangzeb. So people must know the truth. And if you run away from the truth, as I have said, the truth will run after you. And the survey is exactly showing that. It is exposing the lies of certain section of people, and it is, establishing the truth which was already known through a record of videography.
Okay, all right. So a lot expected today, and the petition also saying that it was a part of the Kashi Vishwanath temple that was demolished by Aurangzeb. Will they be allowed to continue their prayers all through the year or not? A lot expected. We'll get a sense of what exactly the dispute is from the ground as well. We're slipping into a short break here. We'll be right back with a report from Amir.